Hi folks, my name is Damian Lopez. I am the creator of Game On, the tabletop and augmented reality game system. Today, I and my friend Sophie, hello Sophie, we will be playing Go Compete, a standard competitive game that you can play with the Game On system. Game On includes game cards and player cards. There are 3 distinct decks of player cards, which you can tell by the backs are colored red, yellow, and blue, and they also have color symbols, which have been developed by Miguel Navia of Portugal, Spain, as part of his color system of symbols for the colorblind. There is a key for the color symbols located on the back of each game card. Let's begin. Go Compete. To start playing Go Compete, players choose their player decks. So we have red, blue, and yellow. Sophie, you get first pick. Yellow. Sophie chooses yellow. I will choose the red deck, and the blue deck will be set aside. You can play up to 3 players in Go Compete. So players can join at any time. Set the game deck aside and we'll lay out our play area. The play area consists of 4 game cards that are laid out, and the objective for Go Compete is to match all of the colored shapes that are located on the game card with the cards in your player deck. Go Compete is a real-time game, which means that there is no turn order. So once the player area is formed and players have formed their decks or chosen their decks and formed their hands, the game begins.
How many cards should I draw?
Form your hand, draw 3 cards. Before you begin to play, however, players choose a method of competition. Hand roll, die roll, leg race, trivia competition, whatever the players think is more fun, the most fun way of challenging each other, that's how players can compete for cards when the time arises.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Sounds great. Rock, paper, scissors it is. So, Sophie and I have shuffled our player decks, and we will go ahead and draw 3 cards to form our hand and begin playing immediately. Just to show you, this is my hand.
Hey, what does this card mean?
Ah, that is an Omni. Omnis are cards that have 3 colored shapes, and in Go Compete, you can choose one of the 3 to play during a round. They can only play as one of the 3, and then they remain that shape until they return to the players. Alright. I do not have too many actions. Black shapes, anything with the black color, any shapes with the black symbol are wild in Go Compete, and so I can place my red square safely on there, and actually that is a controlling action. It's best to place your controlling actions, your controlling cards on the top, so players know that you're about to take control of it. So it's also best to just check in with everyone, because it can be a very fast-paced game. Things can get very confusing. Let her know I'm about to take control of this. Can you do anything?
No.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. When you take control of a card, you remove it from the play area, and you want to have it in plain view of all the players, because later on they may have an opportunity to steal it. My card that was used, any cards that were used to take control of that card, are then discarded. Go Compete ends. The game ends when all players have no more cards to draw or any actions to play.
How do you win?
You win by having the most points at that time. So once all players have no more cards to draw, everyone's done what they can. Everyone counts up the points. Each game card, you can tell what their points are by the number of chevrons that are located on the card, and that's it. You play with the most points wins. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. So you'll see Sophie, she was able to make a couple of matches, but she did not match all the shapes, so she was not able to take control of any cards previously.
That will soon change.
Okay. I have 2 cards left in my hand. I get to redraw one more just so I can have 3. So here's what I've got now. Okay. And now I can play that there, but she's about to take control of it. Once she takes control of it, I can't stop her. We only compete if we're both about to take control of the card at the same time. So once she takes control of that, this card will actually get returned to my hand.
That's all I'm doing.
That's all you're doing. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to also try to put that there. There's nothing else into my hand right now. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. I'll take this guy.
I'll take those. This comes back to my hand. I redraw 3. A new card comes out. Oh, lucky me. Alright, I have a black triangle here, which means that I can match that to the white triangle there, which will allow me to take, because this is also a black circle shape. But because this is wild also, I can match them with any colors.
What if I get stuck? I can't play anything.
If you can't play anything, then you can redraw your hand. You must redraw your entire hand. So you take your cards, you place them at the bottom of your deck, and then redraw the top 3.
Do I still get to play now?
No, you do not get to play now. I get control of this card.
So redrawing was my turn.
Redrawing is your turn.
Okay, I am going to take control of this card. And
this is what I have. Stealing. Players can try to steal cards, as I mentioned earlier. Players can try to steal cards from each other if you can match one of the colored shapes on a card controlled by someone else. I have this, a red triangle shape. I'm going to use that, play that on her red triangle over there.
That's a good idea. I'm going to do that.
Ooh, she could do that on my wild. And just before we do that, before we resolve that, I'm going to go ahead and place my yellow there because I can take control of that with that card. Okay, so now we have 2 competitions.
Should we start here?
We'll start there. I place mine first. Ready? Nice.
Oh.
I win. So this card comes to me. My card gets discarded.
What if I had won?
If you had won, then the card would have been locked and my card would still get discarded.
How do I show that it's locked?
You flip it upside down.
So like this?
Yes, like that.
Cool.
Alright, now we do mine.
Alright.
Nice, and I win again. And perfect example. So, as the defender, I just won. My card gets flipped to indicate that it is now locked and that it can't be stolen or no one can try to steal it for the rest of the game.
So, if I lost over here, does this go discarded or?
No, if you lose in the play area, cards get returned to your hand.
Is that the same for stealing?
No. Anytime you try to steal, whether you win or lose, cards are discarded. Okay. So now that that's been resolved, we settle up. We resolve the play area situation. So she takes control of this. I take control of this. And she also gets control of this. Good job, Sophie. 3 more cards come out. And continue playing.
Oh! That's it for me.
Alright. Okay.
Actually, change my mind. I'm stealing from you again.
Okay. And we end up doing the same. Oh, I'll challenge you for that. And then No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold on to a card in my hand. I can choose to do that. You don't have to play your entire hand. You can play up to your entire hand. Alright, so we will compete for this here, and then we will resolve. She's attempting to steal a card here. You can't see it. Okay. Nice. Alright, so this comes back to my hand. This card comes back to my hand now. Alright, now let's steal. She won that too. Alright, so she gets to steal. She gets to steal that. Okay, great. So another card comes into play. Oh, she also gets to take control of this. Forgot about that. And new card. 2 new cards come out. We draw up to your replenish your hand.
That's all of my cards.
Oh no. Okay. Alright. So then here we go. I am going to, you know what? I'm going to hold this round. Here. So go ahead, you take that. I'm going to hold on to my cards for this round. I get this card, new card come back. Oh, 2 new cards come back. Okay, great. So she's out of cards to play. I have a few more left. I have quite a few more left to play. So now I will go ahead and just start matching away. I can do that. One. I'll hold on to this guy, and I will put that one down there. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and resolve those steals. So we'll do the red one first.
Oh.
Nice. I get that one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And next one. Okay, so I lose that. 1-1, lost one. Okay, I have a few more cards in my deck that I get to draw now. and I get to take this as well. That becomes mine. This goes away. Card comes out. Alright. So I played my last round, my last hand of cards. I've matched these 2 cards here, so I get to take that. And I've played my Omni as a red square on her black square there. We compete one more time. And she won. Alright. So she won that competition. That card gets locked. My card gets discarded. These cards get discarded, and I get to take this. And now we add up our points. So once again, points are, you count up the white chevrons that you have on each of these cards here. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I have 16 points. Sophie?
8.
8. Alright, so I won. Let's go compete. Once again, a quick fun game, an introductory game for the Game On card system. More to come. Thank you very much for joining us. See you soon.